Healthcare ban is affecting transgender youths.
Then, see what a budget proposal means for an independent newspaper.
Finally, a new flight simulator is offering aviation students hands-on experience. Join us to learn more.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Zachary Hill.
And I'm Lindsay Tegg. In March, we covered the 4 anti-trans bills introduced in the Nebraska unicameral. Last week, one of those bills, LB 574, looking to ban gender-affirming care for anyone under the age of 19, moved forward in the legislative process. Reporter Madison Bonin says the process can already be difficult.
The Trevor Project, a suicide prevention organization for LGBTQ youth, reports that receiving gender-affirming hormone therapy led to 40% lower odds of depression and suicide in trans and non-binary youth. A bill in the Nebraska unicameral is looking to ban this exact gender-affirming care for individuals under the age of 19. Maverick Knox grew up in Omaha. Through his transitioning, he experienced the obstacles in receiving gender-affirming care, including years of counseling.
For me, just trying to get the chance to even start testosterone, I had to go to a therapist to have them make sure I'm transitioning for the right reasons, that it's something I wanted to do, someone's not telling me.
The moving forward of this bill has caused massive outrage in not only the unicameral, but across the entire state, with at least 4 Omaha high schools planning walkouts in protest of the bills, like the one happening behind me. Cassie Ross is the communications director for Senator Megan Hunt. She says LB 574 advanced out of the first round of debate in the unicameral, but there is more debate to come.
So it'll still have to go through the second and third round of debate. Select file is the second, and then final reading is the third round of debate. And so it can be stopped at either point in the next 2 rounds of debate. So it's not over yet by any means.
The Trevor Project also reports that in 2022, 45% of LGBTQ youth seriously considered attempting suicide. For the Omaha News, I'm Madison Bonin.
Senators Megan Hunt and Michaela Cavanaugh vowed to filibuster and stop all bills from passing through the unicameral until LB 574 is thrown out. So far, they have kept their word, filing 742 motions on other bills trying to pass through the legislation.
As of 2023, there are 8 billion people around the globe and 4.9 billion use social media. Reporter Jamie Harvey takes a look at new Department of Homeland Security funded research into the darker side of social media.
The government has deep ties to internet hate groups.
The suit alleges Twitter, Google, and Facebook helped spread the terror group's message. The New York Attorney General will...
Extremist movements of all types use social media to radicalize new members, deepen the commitment of believers, and incite violence. Researchers from the University of Oklahoma found that before violent events like jihadist attacks and the January 6th riot, extremist chatter online became more religiously charged. Lead investigator Dr. Matthew Jensen says that prominent extremist personalities peddle anger and fear.
We also see a fair amount of othering, and so, kind of clearly differentiating in-group versus out-group, and justification for that othering in online rhetoric.
Jensen and his team also found that just scrolling past an ideological post can influence attitudes, but those posts aren't always accurate.
One of the things that we observe pretty frequently is the co-occurrence of ideological messages coupled with misinformation.
Even in your own home, if you're on social media, you're susceptible to these messages. Radio, Television, Digital News Association President Dan Shelley says that fact-checking isn't just the job of journalists. Everyone has the responsibility to
fact-check everything they see, hear, and read. And the way you fact-check it, you can go on a site like Snopes.com, but you can check the reputable news site to see if anyone else is reporting that same information.
Jensen says that if you feel your own internal temperature rising, you should take a step back and examine the claims and your emotions critically. The topic of tech-savvy manipulation, earlier this year I brought you the story of emerging AI voice cloning technology that allows users to recreate someone's voice based on clips as short as 5 seconds. Now, the Federal Trade Commission warns that family emergency scammers are using AI voice cloning. A consumer alert cautions that if a family member reaches out to you claiming to be in trouble,
you shouldn't trust their voice. The agency recommends directly calling the person to confirm their story. They also recommend being suspicious of requests for wire transfers, gift cards, and cryptocurrency.
Thank you, Jamie.
After the break, see how a North Omaha neighborhood is expanding into the metropolitan area.
Also, we will check in on the Omaha track team.
Nice.
IT is so broad that it's not just coding. It can be applied in so many different ways in different areas.
Technology impacts a lot of different things, a lot of different people, and if you can truly put yourself in their shoes and trying to solve that problem, just understanding that why is truly important.
UNO is one of those places where you can come and really get involved in whatever you want.
I ended up taking a bioinformatics class, and I ended up with a MD, PhD. I can do both the research and I can help people.
I chose the College of IS&T because it was my dream to become a data manager, and this college fits the best.
They're really the best people to be teaching the classes because they know and have worked in the field.
There's always a people factor, and getting people that are interested in your development is key to your success.
It's a super fun activity. The group only rehearses as needed to prepare for the music that they provide at games. And we're always looking for ways to continue showing what the very talented students in the Maverick Machine are capable of.
I really enjoy doing pep band because it's music that is very familiar to me.
It's a project 12 years in the making. Reporter Josue Garcia takes us to Millwork Commons, a North Omaha neighborhood expanding into the metropolitan area.
Only 10 minutes from the Epley Airfield and 5 from the Jean Leahy Mall, a once considered neglected neighborhood is now a project everyone has eyes on. Millwork Commons, a $34 million mixed-use development, started making strides in 2018, where they finished renovating the Ashton building. Property specialist Eric Jasic says it's just a peek of what's to come.
We are adding another about 150 unit apartment building. We are preserving another historic warehouse type building. We don't have to tear down buildings in order to do that. We have a lot of vacant, undeveloped space that we plan to tap into in the future.
With the help of organized partnerships, the area hopes to become an art district once it's fully developed. Community Director Brooke Lehman says that it's on track to do just that.
Right now, as we enter into spring, the skate spot is like super active. There's always skaters. If there's no one in the district, there's always skaters, which is really fun because they just bring it to life in a really fun way. And just kind of, that like it's starting to feel like a real neighborhood. There's just now kind of a new hub that's forming. I know the baristas, I know bar owners and the owners of Clean Slate, and it's just a community of people.
The current Ashton building hosts community networking events centered around future creative tech industries and eccentric restaurants. The development is expected to create more than 500 construction jobs and more than 100 permanent ones. For the Omaha News, I'm Josue Garcia.
The district will include 290 apartments and 20 townhomes in outer suburbs, with 10% of the spaces designated as affordable housing.
The Student Activities Budget Commission held its final meeting for fund allocations last Wednesday. UNO's student-run newspaper, The Gateway, received the largest budget cut of $35,000. The SABC denied the Gateway's request of a $5,000 increase in pay from $30,000 for senior staff. Instead, the SABC motioned to cut the salary of senior staff entirely. Senior staff member Andrew Smith says the decision made by the SABC is disheartening for the Gateway's future.
We exist for checks and balances with the university, and without the great journalism and the incentives for that, I fear for the stories we will be able to tell.
The Gateway's $35,000 budget cut resolution proposed by the SABC will appear before the Student Senate tomorrow, April 6th. The decision made by the Student Senate will pass to Chancellor Joanne Lee for finalization. Editor-in-Chief for the Gateway, Sarah Meadows, says they will continue to fight the budget cuts.
Becoming a commercial pilot is no easy task and requires nearly 1,500 hours of experience in a cockpit. Reporter Danny Bolanos takes us to UNO Aviation Institute to learn more about their new 737 flight simulator.
I'm here at Millard Municipal Airport, where a majority of aviation students get their flight training. UNO is one of the first universities in the Midwest to install this Boeing 737 flight simulator to get more students experience before they head up in the air. The University of Nebraska at Omaha has recently acquired a Boeing 737 jet simulator for its aviation department. UNO Aviation Institute Director Scott Velasic says the new flight simulator was purchased by the Ethel Abbott Foundation and is a gift for Aviation Institute students to get a better understanding of flying 737 planes.
Being able to put students into a device like this where they're going to have experience leaving our program and using a flight management system and using some of the other automation that's available in this device.
The new 737 Boeing flight simulator is considered to be an exact replica, letting students get all the experience they will need from the skies safely here from the ground.
It has all of the next generation of instrumentation. It's all digital, all glass is what they call it. And it has the autopilot is the latest edition of the autopilot, which actually will allow them to, and auto throttles I should mention as well, so it will allow them to be able to take off.
The flight simulator also comes equipped with a 200-degree curved screen that provides pilots with an immersive experience. Having regular airtime on the new simulator helps students as UNO's Aviation Institute partners with Southwest Airlines to offer students direct career paths to the cockpit for the airline. Aviation students should expect to have access to the new flight simulator in the upcoming fall semester. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Danny.
Don't go away. There's more to come on the Omaha News as we wrap up the final newscast of the semester.
I'm a veteran, wear my battle scars like a letterman's. I done crawled through the mud both streets, so I wouldn't underestimate me.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Milevale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
Hi, I'm Merritt Elgren. After a record-breaking indoor season, the Omaha track and field team is taking it outside. Let's go trackside to see what the Mavericks hope to achieve this time around.
Set.
The Omaha Mavericks track and field team is back in action, this time on the outdoor oval. After a month-long break from competing, the team dusted off their spikes to take their spin around the track, shot in the ring, or jump in the pit. coming off of a successful indoor season, assistant track and field coach Cliff Caesar is hopeful that the momentum he saw on the distance side will carry on through the outdoor season.
Maya Knoxville had a wonderful race. Lauren Metzger had a wonderful race. Both of them entered in the top 10 in school history in the 5. Cameron Ensley highlighted a couple different races in the mile, breaking in the top 10 in school history there.
After exceeding expectations during their indoor campaign, the Mavericks are eager to take their talents outdoors to see how far of a jump they can make in the Summit League Conference. Senior Lauren Metzger, who transferred to the Mavericks this spring and has already made her way to the top 10 list in the 3K, 5K, and distance medley relay, says that she has high hopes for this season and beyond.
I think our hope as a team, and I know individually for me as well, I want us to do the same thing and just show everyone what we're made of.
Seeded 8th going into the Summit League Indoor Championships, the Mavericks managed to finish 6th. Caesar has a positive outlook on the team's outdoor season, as he says there will be even more opportunities to score at the conference meet. Metzger says that she would like to be one of those scorers. Both Metzger and Caesar say that they are looking to surprise the rest of the Summit League and show everyone what the Mavericks are made of. The Mavericks will be back on the track this weekend in Vermilion as they continue their journey to the top of the Summit League. While basketball at Baxter Arena has come to an end, it is always in season in Omaha. A unique facility in the Florence neighborhood gives everyone a fair shot at pursuing their passion. The Florence Dream Court joins the city's first development, located at the South Omaha Boys and Girls Club. Omaha Parks and Recreation Director Matt Kalsevich says that when the opportunity arose for another facility in Omaha, he knew it was just what the city needed.
And I know these around the country have been very well received. So there was never any hesitation about how good of a fit this would be or the potential impact this could make for us in our system.
Florence's new Dream Court joins over 100 similar facilities across the nation, open to everyone. Nancy Lieberman Charities started the Dream Court initiative in 2010. Since then, Dream Courts everywhere have served about 120 youth per day and over 5 million children per year. In the future, the City of Omaha hopes to take part in similar projects. For now, both Dream Courts in the city are open for public use. Kalsevich says the new court will provide programming for youth and for community members. After Peyton Kinney's playing career came to an end, head coach Evan Porter brought him on as the pitching coach. Now in his 4th year, he is still learning on the job. Peyton Kinney was an integral part of the Omaha team that made their first ever appearance in the NCAA tournament. In 2019, he was an All-American honoree, Summit League Pitcher of the Year, and Summit League Tournament MVP. After graduating, he became the pitching coach for the Mavericks and says that this experience as a player helps him to understand that his pitchers need to stay consistent.
And we're still figuring out a few guys and what they do well and what makes them successful. So I would say that's the biggest takeaway is staying with it and staying consistent in your work and your effort every day and showing up ready to go.
In 2022, all 3 of Omaha's primary starters had a serviceable earned run average, as all of them had a below 4 ERA. Omaha also ranked first in the Summit League in shutouts with 7. The Mavericks had 3 players rank in top 5 in ERA in the conference, but no one was better than Summit League Newcomer of the Year, Caleb Rydell, who had an ERA of 1.49. The Omaha baseball team won its 4th game in a row last night as they defeated crosstown rival the Creighton Blue Jays 4-1. It was Noah Grice and Devin Hurdle who hit back-to-back home runs in the first inning, giving Omaha all 4 of their runs. Starting pitcher Charlie Bell went a career-high 6 2/3 innings, only giving up 1 earned run on 5 hits. It was the 4th win in a row against the Blue Jays. The team moves to 8-2 at home on the season as they prepare for a 3-game series against Summit League rival Oral Roberts. That's all for sports. We'll see you next semester with more sports news from around the Omaha Metro. After the break, more headlines.
The media landscape is vastly different from the past. Conglomeration and consolidation have changed the skill sets required to succeed. Journalists must not only know how to conduct research, interview, and write stories, but they also have to know how to shoot and edit the stories they tell. Likewise, creative media professionals must know how to interview, research, and write the stories they shoot and edit. In the School of Communication, we require students to gain experience and proficiencies employers are seeking. The two hardest mediated genres to produce are live sports and newscasts. Thus, once our students are taught the basics, they are given opportunities to improve the abilities at these genres. Capstones 1 and 2 feature the culmination of skill sets. Once students produce the Omaha News, they can use it in their demo reel to show their skills. From here, students can go anywhere.
$155 LEGO branded stores were built around the globe in 2022, according to LEGO.com. Find out how a store here could affect the local builder community. With shelves lined wall to wall and drawers meticulously sorted, it might be hard to imagine this is just a basement. But to an avid LEGO fan like Caleb Worden, it's much more. Worden says LEGO has been a passion he and his father have shared since he was 5 years old. To some master builders, creating mocks, or my own creations, is where it's at, but Worden's heart aligns with collecting.
I just love having all the little characters from the shows and movies I love. I personally love especially collecting the Harry Potter minifigures.
He says a LEGO store in the area would be a welcome addition to the community. They make a yearly trip to Kansas City, where the nearest store currently resides, and would love to be able to make the extra visits for store-exclusive sets and the vibrant pick-a-brick wall. Worden says his favorite part about LEGO is the collecting aspect. Although it can be hard to find sets, minifigures, or pieces no longer sold on shelves, which is where the community comes in to help. LOLUG is an officially recognized LEGO user group based out of Lincoln and Omaha. The club is a space for adult fans of LEGO to meet, where members are encouraged to bring work-in-progress builds and share ideas for projects. Bennett Holsworth is a rookie to the group.
The adult LEGO community is pretty vast, and it's kind of interesting to see, just to have that kind of resource locally.
Lincoln and Omaha are a hub for builders, hosting a biannual Brick Days event attracting other LEGO user groups and fans from all over the country. Holsworth says as an artist himself, LEGO is a way to funnel his creativity into one medium. The next Brick Days is coming up on April 22nd and 23rd at the Mid-America Center, or you can get building now at lolugclub.org.
An Omaha community band has made it their mission to give musicians from all walks of life a place to come together and make music. In 1977, Darwin, better known as Tony Snyder, created the Nebraska Wind Symphony, a community concert band based out of Omaha. Dale Irvin is the current president of the NWS Board of Directors. He says Snyder had recognized community musicians wanting a place to play their instrument after finishing their respective programs in school.
To where people that love band music could continue playing after they were done with school. And there was that aspect that appealed to me as well.
Prospective members must endure an audition process. Those interested in joining can sign up through the player interest form via nebraskawindsymphony.com. Oh, don't mind me. I was just warming up for my audition. Irving says that in order to join the Nebraska Wind Symphony, you don't necessarily need to have a career in music. You just have to know how to play your instrument and have a love for band. Now, where was I? Brian Lund is a trombonist and former board president for the Nebraska Wind Symphony. Lund worked as a computer programmer and systems analyst for 38 years. He says joining the symphony was a chance to keep his musical abilities in rhythm.
I was still actively playing my horn, and I thought, hey, there's another great opportunity.
The Nebraska Wind Symphony also offers 2 different scholarships to students that plan on following the music career path. Lund says there have been close to 600 people that have played in the symphony over the 46 years it's been in operation. The Nebraska Wind Symphony is holding their spring concert at the Strauss Performing Arts Center on April 16th at 7:30 p.m. They are honoring the founder, Tony Snyder, who passed away earlier this year.
In the past year, inflation has hit Omaha businesses, causing numerous shutdowns throughout the city. Reporter Natalie Veloso visits one local coffee shop that beat the odds. Not sure what happened.
You learn a lot about a city by exploring its coffee options. Since the pandemic, coffee shops in Douglas County have struggled to overcome obstacles like staffing shortages and supply chain issues. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar in Little Italy aims to be more than just another coffee shop. Recognizing that other businesses aren't so lucky, Control has a corner dedicated to supporting other local vendors and creators, which owner Jenny Maestas says helped their popularity in a city that already has great coffee. Maestas says opening during the pandemic was a risk, but customer response to their nostalgic approach was overwhelmingly positive.
We wanted to just create a space that people would feel like it was a home away from home, that they would feel comfortable and just really enjoy coming to hang out.
That's why Maestas and her husband Nick designed the space not just for 20-somethings, but also for families, young kids, and grandparents. The shop is lined with Nintendo game consoles, retro decor, and a full cereal bar. The pandemic caused the shutdown of a few businesses here in Little Italy, but Maestas has Control has made connections with the community that motivates them to keep going. Frequent customer Sam Strong says Control offers the type of experience that makes anyone feel at home.
It's got a ton of different cereals, and who doesn't like cereal? So when I come here, it's like especially special. And you can go crazy here because you can put all the different toppings on it, and that's super cool.
Maestas says the future of Control is not set in stone, but she wishes to expand the business soon. Supply chain delays and rising costs set back local businesses, but Control reminds customers that the simple things in life can take some pressure off. For the Omaha News, I'm Natalie Veloso.
With community support, Control Coffee has survived every hurdle so far. Control celebrates its one-year anniversary in May.
That's all for us today. Join again next semester for more news and entertainment in the Heartland.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at UNO, the Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
Welcome to the Omaha News. We are Omaha.
The complex was condemned by the city in January for numerous safety reasons.
We are truth tellers and award winners.
They process and recycle approximately 100,000 tons of material.
We are a community of strength and a team of big dreams. We are the Omaha News, where the people are the story.
It is the longest-running Omaha-based statewide television program on the air today. Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Wyatt, producer and host of Consider This. Now in our 25th season, we wish to acknowledge those who have made this educational journey possible. Our guests, underwriters, student crews, the Knowledge Network, the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and of course, viewers just like you. Thank you for watching.
3,000 student athletes from 10 institutions, competing in 19 sports for national prominence, striving for excellence in academics and athletics, seeking to become champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate Summit League student athletes and their rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders strive to reach the summit today.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.